night I found out my girlfriend was cheating on me, she was asleep with her head on my chest, breathing slowly, peacefully, like nothing in the world was wrong. Her arm was wrapped around me. Her fingers twitched every now and then in her sleep, the same way they always did. I remember thinking how strange it was that someone could feel so familiar while becoming a stranger in real time. My phone buzzed on the nightstand. Once, then again, I didn't move. I already knew that whatever waited on that screen would change the way I remembered everything that came before it. There are moments in life when your body understands the truth before your mind catches up. This was one of them. The message wasn't from her. It was from a name I didn't recognize. "I'm sorry. I didn't know how else to tell you. You deserve to know." Below it were screenshots, long conversations, inside jokes, late-night confessions, photos she'd never sent me, messages sent at times she'd told me she was tired, busy, or already asleep next to me. The timestamps were precise, cruel, surgical. She'd kissed me goodnight, whispered that she loved me, then rolled over and texted him less than a minute later. I stared at the ceiling while my chest slowly hollowed out. Betrayal doesn't explode the way people imagine. It doesn't scream or shatter glass. It drains you quietly, like blood loss you don't notice until you're too weak to stand. I didn't wake her. I didn't cry. I lay there until morning, listening to her heartbeat, wondering how someone can sleep so easily while living a second life inches away from the person who trusts them most. The next day, she smiled at me like always, made coffee, asked about my plans, kissed my cheek before leaving. I realized then that confronting her immediately would give her control of the story, so I waited. For the next 2 weeks, I became better, kinder, more attentive. I cooked dinners, cleaned the apartment, asked questions, and listened to the answers. I remembered details she didn't even know mattered to me. She noticed. "You've been different lately," she said one night, curling up next to me. "In a good way. I feel so safe with you." I smiled. She had no idea how dangerous fake safety can be. I started paying attention to things I'd ignored before. The way she angled her phone away from me. The longer showers. The pauses before answering simple questions. The slight panic in her eyes when I entered a room unexpectedly. She said his name once by accident and laughed it off. I didn't forget. Eventually, I reached out to him. Not with anger, not with threats, just honesty. "I know about you and her. I'm not here to fight. I just want the truth." He replied the next day. He told me she said I was controlling, that I made her feel trapped, that she was afraid to leave me, that I didn't really listen to her. I had never raised my voice at her, not once. That hurt more than the cheating, because it meant she didn't just betray me. She erased me, rewrote me, and handed that version to someone else so she could live with herself. That's when I decided how it would end. No violence, no shouting, no moments she could later rewrite as me being cruel or unstable. On our anniversary, I told her I had a surprise waiting at home. She wore the dress I liked. She smiled. She kissed me. She told me she loved me with the same voice she'd used to lie. When we walked into the living room, she froze. He was sitting on the couch. The color drained from her face instantly, like someone had pulled the plug on her body. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. I asked her to sit. My voice didn't shake. I told her everything I knew, slowly, carefully. Then I let her own words do the rest. I read her messages out loud, played her voice notes, repeated the lies she told both of us, side by side, without emotion or judgment. She cried. She denied it. Then she begged. "I love you," she said, reaching for my hand. I stepped back. "I believe you," I said quietly. "That's the problem." He stood up. "I don't know who you are," he told her, "and I don't trust anything you say." Then he walked out. The door closed, and the room felt heavier than it ever had. She collapsed onto the floor, sobbing. "You did this to punish me," she said. "You wanted to hurt me." "No," I replied. "I wanted you to hear yourself." I grabbed my jacket. "You didn't lose me because you cheated," I said. "You lost me because you turned me into someone I never was." I left and never spoke to her again. People think revenge has to be loud, violent, dramatic. It doesn't. Sometimes the most shocking thing you can do to someone who betrays you is give them clarity. Because clarity doesn't fade, it follows you.